Okay, so just renovating. So there's a whole lot of carpet and all kinds of stuff under there. So I've taken the screen door off, and I have stripped out all the carpet. So I put 4 downlights on the one circuit and a new fan. I patched the old hole, so I centered the fan into the middle there and put it on one of the rafters. Closing the door. So how this is going to work is kitchen is there. There's some moisture that I've had to cut that out, and looking here, there was moisture all along there, so the skirting boards have come off. 2 sheets, patched all the wall, there's heaps of holes, so I thought I'd chase a cable. So I'm putting power and data and aerial into there. So flat screen TV will sit there, and then another cabinet also can go down the bottom with power. And along here, these are the tiles, 600 by 600. So I'm just going to place these tiles and see how they fit. I'm not a tiler, I don't do it every day. So I'm going to measure and decide where the cuts are going to be on what side. So it's kind of like a dry mock-up. The roof's been painted throughout the place, and all the walls been painted, and I've got a bit of cutting in to do, and that was going to be done right up until started removing some skirting boards and found some moisture. So new power point over there, so a light in the corner, lounge will go across there, and this is the living area, so it's kind of like a lounge across there. And then from this kind of angle, you'd be sitting there watching TV, so where the TV bracket goes, that's got to be patched. So moving on to the kitchen. So now we've got 2 downlights in the kitchen, and it fits perfectly over the stove. So I'll just turn that off. And while you're washing up, you can see, and there's no shadowing. Glues come off, tiles come off from the floor. Stove has been removed, and range hood, kitchen cupboards on there. I've just marked my studs every 450, and I'm about to tile this now. I've got some fibro for the back. I've got 2 sheets of fibro, and at the moment I'm just running some power. I'll just turn the lights on at the moment, so this is live at the moment. Oh no, it isn't, I turned it off. Just the light circuit is on. So I'm just going to run some power across there, and it's just going to be white tiles with a aluminium strip on the top, which is a pain in the backside to actually cut and all that, but that's fine, I'll do that. So just looking down, I've got some damage on the gyprock, that will have to get fixed. And around the room. So I didn't really know the moisture damage, and it was from the tiles where the people walk across the roof and they bake the tiles. So that's still got to be top coated and sanded and all that. So moving right along here, new hot water heater for here. This is May 1997. So definitely time for a new one. And a bit of work to be done up there. Going out in the backyard, I've taken the screens off so I can get in and out pretty easily. It's a small backyard. 2 Ethernet cables to the antenna. One's going to be Wi-Fi access over to the garage, and the other one a camera. Put a whirlybird in there, and that's the back. So we'll have a look at the other rooms. So just a cupboard there. Going to be replacing all of the RCBOs, all the RCDs with RCBOs, and we've got a Hager, and I'll split the circuits up. Basically, got that ready to go. That's going to go in. So we're also going to protect the garage. So in the main room, everything's been painted here. Still deciding on where the downlights are going to be. I installed all the fans, so I'm going to have a dimmer switch and some downlights, whether it's just 2, I'm not entirely sure right at the very moment. So we've got a little bit of water damage down there, so this will be probably the second last room that will get done. And there was a hole there, and I used the wrong bog on it, but it's kind of a bit tough, that bog, to sand. I did patch it and put timber and cut out a piece of gyprock and whatnot and screwed that to it. So that's that. Put some window locks on. So we've got another power point down there, power point over there, antenna cable which was already there, and we've got a data cable that's there, and that's just a built-in. Moving right along. Shower and bath, well, it's not really a shower. It's not really a bath, it's not really a shower, it's kind of something in between. That will have to get addressed later. They're the kitchen cupboards from IKEA. In this bedroom here, new fan. And again, the downlights are still going to be run, and I've got to run some power. So when I separate the circuits, I will probably put the fan on its own. I bought a RCBO. I particularly want all the fans to be on one circuit, so I decided to get a 16 amp one. This room is really good. I just kicked off the skirting board to see if there was any kind of damage there. There's no water damage or anything, and a couple of little patches. Ceiling's been painted, walls just ready to be cut in, and then carpet put here. That's the backyard, and then we've got a remote control for the fan. This is a very quiet fan, and it produces a fair bit of breeze, I guess, wind. It's pretty good. And that's it. So there'll be a couple more downlights to go in everywhere, and in there. And that's the whirly bird I put there. There's some data cabling. So to go, hot water heater, do this, tile the floor, patch that, finish that, undercoat that, paint it, sand all the edges. Got to cut the door a bit more, it's still squeaking. And that will be the kitchen. So this is the second weekend. So today's Sunday, so I've had about 4 days. I know I did actually work during the week on this too, so I don't know how many days we're up to, but I just can only work on Saturdays and Sundays on this. And then I think I got 1 or 2 half days that I managed throughout the week last week to be able to do a few more things. And the other thing I'm doing is, so the internet was moved from there, and we've got it coming out of here, and that's that RG6 that's there. 2 power, Twin and Earth is there, couple of data points, and I'm going to put all of this on the one circuit. So the TV, like that's going to be for a light, and these 2 is a light and a computer, and that's it. So I'm going to have that one, that one, that one, and then the 2 in there plus the one up here. So it's very low power, all of these things. So I'll run that off one circuit, we'll label them, and that is about it. So I think another 2 weekends and I should be right. Almost might have enough time for 1 day. I might be able to tile this in 1 day. It's a big job and on your knees and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, well, it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. So I thought if I just bang these power points out, I could go up and over, there's no point. And I might see if I can tile this afternoon. I've only got a couple of hours of daylight, but I put the fans in first and put the downlight, so it's pretty good. There should only be 1 or 2 cuts that I will have to do with the tiles. So they're 300 by 600 tiles. So I'm going to just chop the boards, the actual skirting, architrave, whatever you want to call it, cut, and then do that. I've got 2 of these ready to go. And that is about it. So happy days. Happy days, it is definitely getting there. And that's going to be really good. Internet on the TV via the cable, NBN. Also, there's Wi-Fi. I decided not to put it there because the signal isn't going to be that great either. So if I put the modem up there, use the Wi-Fi, it's higher elevation, and brickwork kind of doesn't interfere with it. Whether we do, so there'll be a bit of skirting to be done as well. Bunnings actually sells the right skirting board, but once the tiles are laid, it's grouted, and I'll be painting a little bit of this and just having a look and seeing whether there's any more damage, water damage on this gyprock here. If there is, well, then I'll be cutting all of this out. I bought one other sheet of gyprock for that exact purpose, and I've got 4 horses, and I bought myself a square. You know, kind of been putting this off for a bit. I have a square, costs $50, gyprock square. It's going to come in handy. So yeah, that's about it really. Thanks for watching. Okay, a couple of hours later, that's now tiled, the PowerPoint's an hour in, and a little bit of a gap problem there, but I can't do anything about it. And once it's grouted, it'll look good. So that is it. Now time to wash up. That's it.